Anyway, making preparations. A loose page lies in the snow, torn from a large book. It was here that Varus first developed his deadliest powers, those that would make him a feared battlefield commander and would-be conqueror of foreign lands. For a time, he was successful, but he soon overreached, drawing the attention of the greatest nations around the world. While Varus had taken unquestioned control from the island and built a formidable force, it stood little chance against the might of the unified territories and their massive navies. His defense stood resolute for years, but he would eventually crumble under the relentless weight of invasion. I've said this before, I'd love to actually read like a novel as a series. I've just never gotten around to doing it because, like, I'm picky, I guess would be the easiest way to put it. Reading an entire novel out loud would take a inordinate amount of time. And so I've had people ask me in the past to read their books. You know, the stuff that they've done. And I'm always kind of leery about it just because I can't dedicate my time to just every product. There could be something that I would have to be interested in probably beforehand. Oh, Ice Fisherman's treasure map. We probably should have actually been doing the treasure maps from the start. But I've been lazy, working on other things. No. If I do... Wait, no, he's not out of mana anyway. Should probably actually just use some of his single target moves. Nolan actually has some great abilities, even on his own. I just usually roll him as support, because I've got a better damage dealer as part of the crew. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be really cool to read like a story, a book out loud. But I have to do it carefully, I guess would be the way to put it. Now, is this? This is nothing right now. Oh, there's a mask of a male with lanterns on its side. The lights are off, but there's a switch at the base of the mask. Okay. Yeah, so we have 4 masks, and we have to get this thing to turn. I'm not entirely sure what any of this does. Chain makes a satisfying sound. Okay. So, presumably, we have to open every gate and interact with everything. I don't know. I don't entirely know where we're going with this. You shall not learn our secrets. We're in the middle of trying to learn, turn on more. So we've already fought a stone gargoyle over in the other area, so this isn't actually as much of a surprise. Well, seeing as we can do this, arcane explosion. Arcane storm. Ah! Oh, it's so tough. So Arcane Storm is ridiculous. Hits them with a bunch of status effects. And we have, it's not lightning reflexes, it's riposte. Riposte. Guard punch. Scatter shot. I don't have that many cheap ones. Ah, shatter. Not that it really mattered. We won. Okay. So that opens the gate. Okay. Let's take a look at this map. So, we still have stuff here. I don't really know how any of this is supposed to work. I'm just going to keep going. I think we actually got the first of the paths done at looking at this. Oh, Tome of Runic Bindings. You seek wisdom. Approach, learn of his fall. Might as well. The cost of his hubris.
News of Varus and the mana he controlled soon reached far across the sea to the ears of kings and opportunists alike. They besieged him from all sides. After many years of bloodshed, Varus was facing defeat. The voice called out to him once more, and Varus accepted the demon's pact. Terrible power at a terrible price. With the gift of Kadral, Varus crushed his enemies, driving them from his home. His thirst for vengeance unsated, he pursued his enemies across the sea, raining terror across the eastern kingdoms for centuries.
You have witnessed and are ready for the blessing. Received the Crown of Varus. A pact with the blood god, only Varus would be so bold. What was the pact? Varus was granted the power to exact vengeance on his enemies, making him unkillable for a time, after which he was bound to return to Kadral and become his living vessel forever. How do we know that hasn't already happened? Because we're still alive. We must continue exploring the gardens. Okay, so Crown of Varus restores 2% of max health with each attack. And Path of Varus deals 2% of max health as piercing damage each tick. Huh. This actually seems like a dungeon almost built for grinding. At least, getting a nice bonus. Okay. So we still actually have 2 side paths to go here. Apparently I'm missing a treasure chest. I'm finding myself decidedly uncaring for the most part. So that's one, that's the other. Yeah, I don't know where the other treasure chest is. Well, it's fine. I'm just gonna wander around. It's easy to become ambivalent about a lot of this stuff. Mainly we need to kill everything and get as much lore as we can. Okay, so the curse hurts us, but we heal with every attack, which leaves us kind of ridiculous. Oh, but we only heal on the first of our attacks. Okay. That's a good thing to note. Unfortunately, status effects in this game, they're great, but I feel like they're a little bit... How do I put it? They're a bit ignored. They're cool, but the battles last for too short of a period of time for them to actually be useful. And so usually I just kind of mow through my enemies with straight damage instead. Origins of elements. There's much debate on which element arose first from the primordial ether. I find the arguments meaningless. The truth is that no one really knows anything. However, one poet at least wrote something I enjoyed on the subject. It's part of an entertaining origin story myth. The jealous ocean rose to touch the face of the moon, but she could never reach her love, and so made an angry typhoon. The land's lush leaves, wet with the ocean's tears, protected it from the king's fiery gaze. For all these years, our desire to make sense of the world is so great, we can convince ourselves any story is real. I can't really get things to rhyme. Not a strong point of mine, but that's okay. I've never been really interested in that kind of thing. The idea of being able to, like, I'm not gonna say freestyle rap would be cool. Are these guys both gonna go stealth? They are not. That damage shield on Gully is handy. I could do Boulder Toss, or might have Air Miss if I wanted to. Or we could just kind of do Scatter Shot. Does he have a single... Okay, so Arcane Explosion. Would be cool. Oh, Ice Lance is fast. I clearly should just be Quake Fisting things. I should just give up the ghost of trying to use proper abilities and just hit them. It's just not worth it waiting for the abilities to roll around. Not that that's actually really that big of a deal. Yeah, where are we going in this? Making preparations, a menagerie. Far to the north, tucked between imposing peaks in the winter-veined mountains, lies a wonder few know about, and even fewer have seen. The Crimson Garden, deadly and winding maze of dark tributes, was built as a testament to the power of Varus. Terraces adorned with ornate sculptures rose above intricate and winding hedges. Statues and works of art stand as trophies of Varus's conquests. During his reign, the garden served not only as a menagerie of dark artifacts, but also as a place of study for his acolytes in training, who would make pilgrimage through the icy mountain roads to study in his shadow. Portal key reminder. I need to remember not to leave my portal key around. Alfred found it again, and despite my repeated warnings, he ate it and scooted away. I nearly burned my hand getting it out of him. Speaking of which, I need to refresh my supply of Hearts of Stone. I really did make this, I really did make this is most inconvenient way. Okay, yeah, I think they typed out that one. Make the most inconvenient way to get back to camp. The Pact. Time to serve. The statues. That's why I'm here. They watch as I move by, without turning their heads. At each I can feel a vision passing through my mind. Varus growing in power, Varus being cast down, Varus standing before a great demon. A question seems to be asked somewhere in my subconscious, testing me. The statues can sense my disdain for Varus, for his practices, for this place. After each, I seem to move more slowly, as if becoming wooden, as if turning to stone. Every movement takes effort. I sat down to write this entry, leaning on some cold marble. I see now I've wandered back to the pillar, with my name on it. Each of these pen strokes is growing more and more difficult as my limbs stop responding. But I'm not cold. I'm just turning. Either I misunderstood the statue's intent, or they sensed my apprehension. Either way, I failed. I suppose this is how I shall continue serving. Immortalized. Apologies to whomever meets me next. Acolyte Carpent. Okay, so we have water, fire... Oh. This is the portal home of the Mage Dallas. Looks like you could use it to create temporary portals to travel to places or summon objects and things. The tome requires its corresponding rune circle to be powered on, however. Water. Land. Fire. This is the portal tome of the Mage Dallas. Everything is set up from its last use, and you can clearly tell which runes on its pages can create portals. You have 2 portals you can open. What do you do? Let's summon Alfred the Red Slime. Greetings, Master. How may I be of service? Are we just... Huh. Alright. We just killed the slime butler. Alfred! Why did I do that? Okay. Create a special portal. It uses a portal key and a heart of stone. You combine the heart of stone from a gargoyle and the portal key you find inside that red slime to activate a special room. The book says to camp. Worth it. We did murder Alfred, but absolutely worth it. Well, maybe. I don't know. Those are not exactly the most useful of things. It's a cool little secret Easter egg thing. Okay, and all of the runes have grown dark, and we're... Whoops. We're done with this. I can leave. Okay. Let's see. Anything else in here? No, not really. So we've actually cleared this whole area out. I guess I'll keep exploring. This might be a particularly large dungeon, actually. I might be here for a while. Oh, geez, that frost mage has some HP. Okay, But yeah, as I was saying for the status effects, it just feels like they don't do enough damage over the next couple turns. Oh, it's the Path of Varus. Damage over time effect. I've been playing South Park, The Fractured But Whole. I guess the past couple nights, and the status effects in that game are really satisfying. The battles take maybe a little bit longer than this. But in that one, my status effect damage is like just so much higher and so much punchier and so much more important. Oh, more gargoyles. Sure, why not? And like, it's hard to build things to fit, and I'm not entirely sure how it's best done. Yeah, there's no real point to well, there's plenty of point to ambush. Probably. I don't think the gargoyles have ever actually hit with that. I'm just gonna regular attack him. It's probably the fastest. I guess I could actually use my moves. Well. Okay, that kind of worked. It did extra damage because he was arcane sick. There we go. I assume Stone Form is supposed to make him heal? I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. Oh. Making preparations. Okay, gotta wait for this. Okay, making preparations the decline. As foreign forces encroached on the Crescent Isle and Varus' defeat seemed imminent, he took final refuge in the Crimson Garden. He used the last of his power to shatter the valley in which it sat, sealing off its secrets so that only those with his brand of magic could work their way through the maze. Shortly after this occurred, with his enemies surrounding him, Varus vanished. His network of strange portals made traversing the area impossible. The garden grew quiet, slowly disappearing under a blanket of soft, white snow. Yeah, unfortunately, because of Path of Varus, we don't get the chance to use ambush freely anymore, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Yeah, this would have been hard if I was still wearing my level 21 gear. Like, actually possibly impossible. Though we do get a bunch of EXP from these guys, so it definitely makes it a lot easier. Just getting through and getting what we need. Let's see, it doesn't look like there's anything necessary over there. Okay, we already read that. Now, if I take this portal, it's probably going to dump me somewhere I don't want to go. Where's it dump me? All the way over here. Well, we're not done with this area, are we? Okay, we're pretty much done with this area. I should backtrack and check the other section, though. We could even go fishing for a moment. Not that I've been doing it that often in a while. Honestly, I didn't even realize the fishing thing until it was kind of not necessary anymore. Which I feel a little silly about, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so yeah, we want to go up this way. It'd be nice if I could find the dungeon map ahead of time. What's this thing? Might just be decoration, might be dangerous. The memory. Varus would later re-emerge with sudden ferocity and power that could not be explained. It was said that he still visited the garden, and would bring a lucky few there to experience his gifts. The details of this were never confirmed. Varus would go on to conquer large swaths of the world, seeking a sort of vengeance on the unified territories for crushing him in his homeland. But, much as before, his success was temporary. His tremendous power suddenly waned, and his forces were spread thin and destroyed. As quickly as Varus had reappeared, he once again vanished, this time to never return. So, Genghis Varus. I just realized the Life Hunter is the boss of Deadwatch. That's why his animations are so freaking cool. What's this? Aura of Weakness. Oh. This riff. I should probably just keep using Arcane Storm. Does plenty damage. Do we have any other cool ones? We do have Execute. I forget she has Execute, which does stupid amounts of damage. Better than Ambush, sorta. Gravity Punch is cool too. God damn, that move is ridiculous. I guess it doesn't matter if we're not ambushing people. We don't need it. Ah. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, so that thing is a giant space laser, effectively. Well, that's fine. It's not like the damage is really that concerning. Oh. This is just a Frost Mage. Alright, how much is it? Oh, it's 20. And since we get 7 mana back a turn, we can pretty much just freely use every ability. Or not 7 a turn, 7 at the end of every fight. All we have to do is just repeatedly execute them. Oh man, I wish I could get her crit up even higher. I mean, we pretty much need to max out both of her perk tree. And oh wait, there's cool shit over here. Oh, it only does damage to Gully too, which makes this really easy because she is, well, beefy. I will admit these hedges are a bit inconsistent. Okay, so we already did the memory. But yeah, she has so much HP. A little bit of pain like this is hardly a problem. Though we should probably heal her up. How many more of these guys do I have to kill? I've killed 2. We probably have to kill 5 total. Yep, well, he's just dead. Okay, fair enough. At some point we'll heal Gully here. Do we have... Oh, we have Gargoyle. Well, you know, Gargoyles are probably a good opportunity for healing. I'm just gonna keep queuing up the executions. Okay. What do we do? Quick Fist, Guard Punch, Shatter, actually. And Mass Heal, Mend Wounds. So Shatter will set it up. Necessary heal. Very necessary heal. Oh, he actually hit with that one. And hurt bad. Man, that move is ridiculous. And Gully levels up. Yeah, no, so I guess level 29 is not that ridiculous. All things considered. Let's see. I thought there was an interact point there. Guess not. I might actually have to come back to this. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a mid-dungeon break. No, I can finish this room and then we'll reset it. And that'll actually work even better. Because yeah, I need to go on a walk. Because I need to get exercise occasionally. More than occasionally, honestly. It's just nice to get outside sometimes. Especially when it's, like, still fall. I'm assuming most of you guys watching this, well, I guess if you're on the other side of the planet, you would have, like, a completely different set of weather seasons. That is weird. I need to visit Australia sometime just so I can get an actual understanding of how that weird country works. Or New Zealand. Though I mean, honestly, New Zealand seemed like a grab bag of everything forever. Cool country, though. Very pretty. Both are pretty. I don't know. I'm afraid to travel. My channel is pretty much my baby at the moment, and I don't have time to work on anything else, even if I wanted to. The cold road. I found the Crimson Garden. Had it taken me another day, the hunger might have consumed me. Entering was a trick, both literally and figuratively. Once through, I found a blood well and was able to sate my appetite. My vision had gotten blurry. Something I didn't realize until after I drank. How long had it been that way? I was the last from my group to be sent on this pilgrimage. A few were sent ahead of me. Many more died trying to use what Varys was teaching. Leo started bleeding from her eyes and collapsed. Hansen started choking on his own incantation, fell to his knees unbreathing. No one rushed to help. Borhan's deep in focus suddenly detonated in the west antechamber. The rest of us had to clean the mess up. Still, I'm here, and ready to walk his path. Something about Varys' weakened state when I left has me curious what I'll find here, and what I'll be returning to should I succeed. Interesting. We didn't finish grabbing from it. Well, that's okay. I make it a habit of not... Oh, making preparations. As foreign forces encroached on the Crescent Isle, and Varys' defeat seemed imminent, he took final refuge in the Crimson Garden. He used the last of his power to shatter the valley... Oh, wait, no, we already read this one. Ah, stupid dupes. I don't like duplicate journal entries. Alright, and so all that's left is fishing. Which, you know what, I can do later.